Champions League or bust. Champions League or bust. Dan United here. We got stuff to talk about tonight. But first, oh man, so close from it being a perfect weekend, people. So close from it being a weekend where you could go, ooh-wee. And Liverpool just had to go and do it, didn't they? They just had to go and do it. That last minute, very, very dubious fucking goal. I'm not even going to lie. Madness, madness. Look, Manchester United have gone from what we've been used to the last couple of, I'd say, month, where normally we kind of do our bit and then it's teams around us that have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But this weekend, it's different. This weekend, we know where Manchester United need to be. Obviously, Liverpool getting that last gasp win against Nottingham Forest. Chelsea drawing points. We are at the moment. Let me get the table up. Let me get that tablet up. Yes, it's close. It's tight. All of us are on 45 points, man. United have got a game in hand. Goal difference is looking a bit better than Liverpool's, which is always a good point. But this, for me, this is where we're going to find out if the Carrick era is actually here. If there is a lot of positivity for nothing. Tomorrow night, the pressure's on the United players. Manchester United fans, please believe this. Tomorrow, it is all on the players. They've got to go out tomorrow night to the Hills, Dickinson, whatever, farm, whatever. They've got to go to that stadium and they've got to get nothing less than 3 points. Let's be honest. Let's not do the whole, oh, well, a draw's okay. A draw ain't shit. Let me just share the table. Let me just share the table for you a second. Hang on. I've got lamb in my teeth. I treated Mrs. Robinson to lamb dinner, but lamb and rosemary in my teeth. It's minging. You know, you can feel it. Ugh. Share the screen. Here we go. Right. There's the table. Let me just scroll it down a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, it's a lot closer than we want it now. The added pressure as well. Manchester United, as we can see there, we've got Brentford 5 points behind us. United need this win tomorrow. Like, it's desperate. It is desperate. I'm not gonna paint it for you. I'm not gonna dress it up like in beautiful flowers and sequins and say the world's okay. That West Ham draw has hurt us. We have got to get something from that result tomorrow. We can't be sitting here at 10 o'clock tomorrow night going, fucking hell, we're slap bang in the middle of this. Because after Everton, we have Crystal Palace at home, who aren't in great form, as we know at the moment. There are some tough games coming up for the likes of Chelsea, for the likes of Liverpool. Villa also, I mean, look at that. If we win tomorrow, man, we're there. We're almost there with fucking Villa. Villa at the moment can't seem to buy a win. Let me just get rid of that a second. It's all to play for. And Carrick is surely going to have big decisions to make for Manchester United tomorrow. Now, we'll go through the team in a minute. We've got plenty, obviously, to discuss. This is going to be, I think, the toughest question that Carrick's had since he's taken over as the interim manager. Because in one sense of it, you've got the front three that have played together for the last few games that know how each other play, and it works against some teams. However, I think against Everton, I think you've got to go with the big man up top. The team, I don't think, picks itself as much as people think it does at the moment. The comments on Le Mans from Van der Sar were lovely today. Yeah, I see a lot of myself in him. Brilliant. Let's talk 10 years' time about that. But I think Manchester United tomorrow, they have to go there and leave nothing in the tank. We don't have a game then. When's United next game? Is it the following Sunday? Everton tomorrow. And then it's Sunday. So we got a week between games again. I mean, lads. A Palace playing midweek as well. I think Palace play midweek. Palace, who at the moment are in an absolute mess when it comes to injuries. Let me just bring Crystal Palace up. Let me bring it up. Palace. Yeah. Yeah, Palace play midweek as well. Fucking hell, we got no excuses, guys. We need to get back. I know we're unbeaten, so don't think I'm being annoying here. Don't think I'm wanting too much. But I'm not looking just ahead of tomorrow. I'm looking a month in advance here. We've got some tough fixtures coming up. Chappie, good to see you. Lawrence says I'm torn about corruption bringing results to City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, but more confident of at least 5th place now. Is fair. And good to see you, United. Carl says evening all. How's everyone doing? doing? I'm full, you know. My stomach is solid. Tomorrow is all or nothing. Let's show we are still here. I agree. There was more than a few dubious decisions today. I can't lie. I've just watched the Arsenal game. How the fuck Gabriel gets away with this week in, week out? The size of him, and he drops quicker than a fucking whore. He's horrendous. He's horrendous, man. It's so bad. So bad. I think fifth at best, says Chappie. Jamie, good to see you, mate. He says, evening Dan, how are things going? And everyone hit the like on the way in. Absolutely. We win tomorrow and we beat Villa. We go third, says Jamie. And also, we need Champions League. I can't watch Europa League again, bro. Well, you've just teed me up nicely. And now, look, this is why I'm looking further ahead for Manchester United, because we spoke about this on Friday, Kev and I, with you beautiful people. And I've sort of dwelled over it over the weekend again. And we can't afford anything but Champions League, guys. Like, we can't. The difference between us getting Champions League and Europa League is ridiculous. Now, ideally, look, we want Europe. And at the start of the season, I was there saying Europe, any means necessary, okay? And I kind of stand by that. But now when I look at the way United are and I look at where we are against other clubs, United cannot afford to lose Champions League. It is quite simple. It is Champions League or fucking bust. It is. That's where we are. Europa League doesn't do anything for us. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It's Thursday games again. Thursday, Sunday. I'm bored of that chat. I'm bored. I want to get back to playing the midweek games in the Champions League. I want to get back to doing the games. Oh God, just to hear the Champions League music again. It's 2 years. It's 2 years since we've done it. So it's UCL or bust. It is UCL or bust. Now, when I look at what we have for tomorrow, Everton are going to be a tough team. Everton are going to be prepared because David Moyes is going to have watched what happened against West Ham. And he's going to say, yep, that's what we need to do. Hit them with the low block. They hate playing against it. This low block thing. I mean, fucking hell. Steve Howson from Stretford Paddock did a great video on this tactic, and I think people look at low block as it's not low block. Low block is fantastic. This is how teams are able to pick points from people like us. United don't have the best record against teams in the bottom half, and I'm not saying Everton are a bottom half side, but what we do know is on form at the moment, that's a team that we should be beating. So he has to. I think Carrick's up against it tomorrow. I do. He's had the lads for nearly 2 weeks. The only injury worries we've got a Mason Mount and De Ligt. Other than that, and Dorgu, of course, we've got a full squad. He has got so many question marks aimed at him for tomorrow. Is he going to unleash Sesko? It's a big game for tomorrow. Who are Everton? Let me just have a look at what Everton's injuries are. Because I think Everton have got a few out as well, you know. Let me just move that a second. Who do Everton have out injured? Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. Oh, my belly's solid. So, Grealish. Fucking hell, is that it? Grealish is the long-term injury. Then they've got Jake O'Brien, who's suspended as well. I wouldn't mind playing against Seamus Coleman tomorrow. I wouldn't mind just going up against Coleman, you know. Chelsea result and Palace in Europe means we can afford a point. We can't though, Lawrence. We can't. And I get what you're saying because Sunday is not, Fortress, and then hopefully see Chelsea. Yeah. We, in theory, great, but I don't think. And good evening, Moxie. Good to see you. I wonder if Moxie will agree with this. He says, would love to be challenging at least top 3, but a top 5 finish is minimum. Come on, United. We've got to go into that game tomorrow. Carrick has to have that hammered into the boys tomorrow. That anything less than a win, I think, could impact us. I think it could ruin what run we're on. Yes, we're yet to lose under Carrick. And yes, the good times have been back the last few weeks. But if you want to qualify for Champions League and you're playing one game a week, Everton away, who are dire at home at the moment, are the teams that you should be picking points up away from home. West Ham, it was different. West Ham are an informed side. I mean, let me just have a quick look at the form that Everton are on. Hang on. I mean, Everton aren't on terrible form. Well, saying that, they've won 2 in 6, drawn 3, lost 1. United at the moment, we have won 4, drawn 2. We are in form, but we have to go away and pick the points up tomorrow, because the last thing we want is to be drawing tomorrow. Liverpool's next game is West Ham at home. Then it's Liverpool's run, actually. West Ham at home, Wolves away, Spurs at home, Brighton away, Fulham at home. Then it's the Everton game, the derby, Crystal Palace at home, and then it's us in the league. We can't afford to be dropping points. We can't think. I just don't. I know that Carrick won't do this, but I think as a fan base, I don't think it would be wrong for all of us tonight for all of us tonight to be saying a win or nothing tomorrow, because that's where my mentality is at now. I don't want us to be praying that 5th place is enough. And at the moment, we might not finish 5th. Let's look at the fact that Chelsea and Liverpool are on the same points tally as us. Now, Chelsea have been indifferent, second draw in a row under Rosenior. Liverpool haven't had the best of seasons, but again, with that running I've just spoken about, I just kind of think that Liverpool are going to start turning the cog a bit here. I think they'll start picking more results up. It's a massive, massive game. It's the biggest game of the season for us tomorrow. I'm not gonna shy away from that. It's mad. Last month when Amorim was in charge, we were scared of this Palace game coming up. No, we don't. I'm not scared of Palace. Palace are a different team to what we've been used to the last 3 or 4 years. I think we batter Palace. I think it'll be different now with Carrick in charge against the teams we should beat. Got to go there with confidence, and we definitely cannot start like we did against West Ham. Got to be at it. Moxie, you speak the truth. I'd make the point for that Spurs disallowed goal. If it was the other way around, VAR would not give it as a penalty 9 times out of 10. It's fair. Good evening to you. I've just read that Sesko will be on the bench. Cunha and Brian up front. Simon, have you got something I haven't bloody got there, mate? I disagree. We'll go through the team in a second. You're right. You're right. Ideally about dropping points, because I see Bournemouth and Newcastle away in the near future. Bournemouth away is a tough one to go to. Newcastle, we don't know which Newcastle team are going to turn up. Let's get the squad up there. Hang on a sec. Let's get the squad builder. Right, so this was the team that Manchester United started against West Ham. Let me just share that for you. Share that tab instead, and let's bring it up. Let me zoom in. Bloody hell, you can't see that. You'd have to have eyes like eagles. Right, so we had Le Mans in goal. If I just I'll do that so you can sort of see. Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, Mainu, Casemiro, Mbeumo, Fernandes, Ahmad, and Cunha. So I'm going to clear that team a second. Let me clear that lineup. And we're going to go at it ourselves here. Let me just do that so we can see more of them. So in goal, we know it's going to be Lemmy. We know Lemmy's getting in goal. Memmy? Let me get Lenny in goal there. Right then, guys. Right back. There's a conversation that needs to be had, because, do you know, I want this guy at right back. I want Mazza back in against Everton. I think Mazraoui at right back makes sense. I know that Dalot's had some decent performances, but I just kind of feel like against West Ham, against that lower team, I just don't like Dalot in those situations. I think Mazraoui is stronger on the ball. I think defensively he's more sound, and I actually think going forward he offers a bit more than Dalot. What are we saying, chat? What are we saying? Are we saying Dalot or are we saying Mazraoui? Put your comments in. Dalot or Mazraoui? What are we saying? Sorry, I slurped my drink there. That performance was dog shit today. If Forest had an informed striker, they'd won, I'd agree. Our performances have been far from better than Liverpool this year. And same team again, says Chappie. I'd pit Sesko. I want Mazraoui in. I want Mazza in there. I think. Good evening, Isaac. Good to see you, bud. He says, I think you get Champions League. To be honest, you've been performing a lot more consistently than the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea, which you are already level on points with in a game in hand. That is why tomorrow is more. It's so much more. We have to win tomorrow. Isaac, you put it straight in there. Think you will really start to pull away from them over the next few games? Yeah, we have to. We have to. Manchester United, 1 game a week compared to Liverpool and Chelsea. We've got to. There won't be a change. It's a conservative regime at Old Trafford with a team selection, says Lawrence. Ooh. Max says Mazraoui. Jamie says, I think Mazza would be the best. Simon's gone, Dalot. Dalot. So you've gone for an unchanged team then? Sorry, you've just got an unchanged team there. Mazza says Chappie, and Mazza for Dallo and Sesko for Ahmad, says Carl. Well, I think we'll come to that because I think there's going to be a lot of conversation for that front three. Simon says we have to score first and early. Look, Manchester United, I wonder what... Hang on a minute. On average... Let me just check this out. Let me check this out a second. Doesn't say, does it? Doesn't say. United have been very good this season, I feel, in starting quite hot. Against West Ham, really, that's the first game, I think, since the Villa game that we've looked leggy. Haven't really attacked down the channels that we would. I think the problem we had against West Ham was simple. They knew what we were going to do with the three up front, and they knew that they just needed to double up. I mean, fucking hell, Wan-Bissaka must have been coming in his pants when he saw Diallo because he's so good at locking people off like that. We have a good bench, if you don't count Agate, potentially. I want to see the surprise of Ahmad back at wing back, teaming up with Brian on the right and feeding Big Ben. I don't think Ahmad plays there. I don't think we see Ahmad play there again. I just don't see it. He's always going to be on the wing now. Centre-backs, I think we obviously stick with Maguire. It makes no sense to change the Maguire one there. And I think, obviously, Martinez. Where is he? Martinez. Lissandro, Luke Shaw at left back. We don't even need to worry about that. The midfield two we know will be Uncle, and we know it will be Manu. And then we go into this bit. Now, this is the bit that obviously is tough because we know that Bruno's going to be there. Okay, so we don't even need to talk about that. Now, I think tomorrow he has to fit Sesko in. Sesko has to start. Sesko's in form. For goals at the moment at this time of the season, Sesko has got, I think is it 5 in 6 or 4 in 5? It adds up. Enialuko, you do the math. But it's who we play either side of him. Now, is he going to be big enough to say, do you know what, Ahmad, we're dropping you? And does he put Brian there? And does he put Cunha there? Because let me say this to you, right? Let me say this. I think Cunha and Shaw, when they've played on that left together, are building something. They look a bit more at it together. They seem to interchange a lot better with each other. I know Brian switches across, but I think Brian coming in off that right tomorrow against Everton, with the legs that they've got, I think he could do some serious damage. I don't think it makes any... there's no point, okay? There's no point in putting Brian up there. There's no point in putting Brian up there. And the reason there's no point in putting Brian up there, it's simple. Tarkowski and Michael Keane, whoever he puts there, they will bully him. We're not playing against a high line here where you'd hope that we drag the defence out so then we can push him from behind. It ain't working like that. It is going to be a battle tomorrow. So I think you put the big boy up there and let Brian and Cunha do their thing, which is coming in from the inside and doing their bits and pieces. Wahaha's got a new picture there. Let me have a look. I saw you there, Wahaha. This is the lineup that makes sense to me. Is there anything that you would change? I know a lot of you want Ahmad in there. I would rather see Ahmad come off the bench. I would genuinely rather see Ahmad come off the bench. I don't think Ahmad was very good against West Ham, and we need to be making sure that if players aren't playing well, that you don't reward them with starts after starts. Liverpool are so poor. I think West Ham will steamroll them. Jesus Christ. I mean, West Ham at the moment are fighting. They could easily get a point there. Carl says Brian, Bruno and Cunha as the three. Agree with that. And then we've got, if Sesko starts, no doubt he'll be subbed off after a while. We don't know this, Simon, because at the moment, you've got to remember with Big Ben, he's looking like a striker in form. Like that goal against West Ham, you only go for them if you've got the confidence in yourself. Otherwise, if you're a striker that is struggling with his form at the moment, you try and bring that down, or you knock it back to someone. He had it in his head that was going towards goal. The ball come in, toe on it, it flicks into the top corner. It was a great finish. Great finish. Wahaha with the Carrick picture. Good to see you, my man. He says, for Liverpool's goal, who was drawing lines in Stockley Park today? Robbie Fowler. Fucking hell. Straight in there, son. Think we need to drop Ahmad. Not been great the last couple of games. Do you know what? Let's do a poll on that. Let's do a poll. At the moment, 73% of you are buzzing, saying UCL, baby. I'm going to put a poll up that says, where are we? No. Right, poll. If Sesko starts, who do we drop? Okay, so we'll go Cunha, we'll go Brian, and we'll go Ahmad. Get your votes in there. If Sesko starts, who do we drop? Brian, Cunha, or Ahmad? Let me know. We would play direct Ben nodding down to other forwards, but Mike won't select him as a starter. Sesko, this is the thing, and I'm glad you said that, Lawrence, because, and Carl says it as well, by the way, Sesko gives us a couple of other things as we build up. He doesn't miss out on many headers. Tarkowski will be flying into the back of him. He will be, but Sesko seems to win. He seems to win these balls and flick them. And if he can flick the ball on, or if he can hold the ball up and bring a running Cunha or a running Brian into the game, I think this is where we absolutely destroy them. I literally mean it when I say this. Play Sesko tomorrow, and I think we batter. Everton. I think we batter them. It's a beautiful kit. 08, yeah. Is that Champions League kit? Because it's gold. Is it gold letter in there? I think that's Champions League kit, isn't it? Wahaha. Max says drop. Simon says, I'm relying on goals from Cunha and Mbeumo. Yeah, look, it is on them tomorrow. It absolutely is on them. Because let me just bring the table up again. Let me bring the table. There we go. That is too close for my liking. I mean, it's fine margins, isn't it? It's fine margins because, look, if Liverpool don't get that last-gasp winner, then you're looking at it a complete different way, aren't you? You're looking at it as saying, right, okay, they're on 43, we're on 45. We go to Everton tomorrow and we win. That puts us 5 points ahead of them. Bang, we've got a bit of a gap. It's important for us to get a gap now, not even to Liverpool. Brentford are 5 points behind us. Let's get that 8-point gap. Basically, what I'm saying here, chat, is simple. Let me get rid of the table. I fucking want a gap. I want a gap. I don't want us looking behind our shoulders and going, oh, no, it could go bad here. It could go bad here. And there we go. Of course, I thought it was. Big Ben has to start and Ahmad on the bench, says Moxie. Good eye. I have got a very good eye. We need to play on the wings tomorrow. Everton ain't great there. Everton, I believe, are second for most goals conceded from crosses. Now, if you've got a 6'5" striker and they're conceding from crosses, this is what you do. You cross the fucking ball. None of this trying to play the intricate passing. Tomorrow, go back to the good old days. Just hammer them with cross after cross, after cross, after cross. Fucking chuck about as many crosses you were going to do if you entered a fucking pit of vampires. Throw the fucking lot in. Throw the fucking lot in. I want to see Tarkowski tomorrow going. I want to see Michael Keane. Fucking my skin's melted. I want to see crosses. Fuck it, Carl. Do not make me put you on the naughty step. Do not make me do that. Chuck Harry Maguire as a striker. Yeah, fucking hell. Do you know what? We joke about that, Jamie. But again, tomorrow, this is somewhere else I think we will do well with them. Because I think if you look at dead ball situations, we've done well with dead ball situations this season. You're going to have Maguire, Casemiro, Big Ben up there straight away. That's three lads with a bit of decent height there. Is Mazraoui 6? I think he's 6 foot. Don't start Ahmad with Ben for crosses. Agree with that. Agree. And I bought the Stone Roses shirt. It's a beaut, Carl. An absolute beaut. Wahaha. Wahaha. Come on, mate. You're better than that. We're not doing that. We're not. Now, there is other news I wanted to talk to you about. Hang on a second. Let me just bring this up for you. Right, here we go. Let me bring this picture up. Manchester United in the news today are linked with Gabriel Veneno. Is it Veneno? Yeah, Veneno. Now this lad has been this lad's got some great links as to players that they say he plays like. Let me just bring him up a second. I don't know why he's got a skinhead there. So United, it's being reported today saying that apparently we are leading the race to sign the Brazilian prodigy who scored 80 goals in 2025. Now, yes, it's youth. Yes, blah, 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 blah. But Gabriel Veneno, 16, who's on the books at Atletico Mineiro at the moment, is grabbing headlines and is fast becoming one of the hottest topics in his homeland. Now, look, United straight in there trying to steal a march, doing it all before other teams are coming in. There's Chelsea links, there's Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona. There are a lot of clubs linked with this lad. But what they're trying to do now is they're saying that he is a generational talent. The only thing is we would have to sign him now, and I don't think he comes to us to 2027 because he's only 16. You have to be 18 to make it to Europe. I fucking hate that rule. But this lad, let me just bring him up. Veneno. Love Island. Love Island final tomorrow, chat. Mrs. Robinson's going to be furious because I will not be able to watch the final with her because I'm going to be doing the watch along, and I ain't missing the watch along. I ain't missing the watch along for fucking. Is that him there? There he is. This is the boy, Gabriel Veneno. He looks like a star already, doesn't he? With a name like that, he's got fucking Santiago Munez written all over him. So in 2025, he made history by becoming the first Brazilian youth player to score over 80 goals in a single calendar year. An insane record that's drawn comparisons to Vinicius Jr. and even been dubbed as the new Neymar. He does look about 13. He does. He's already been on the bench twice for the first team this season, but hasn't debuted yet. But like I said, United need to sort their shit out because Chelsea, who we know love to buy a kid. Honestly, Chelsea and I was going to say Chelsea and kids, but I'm not going to make that comment because that could turn very wrong. Now, United, this is what I wanted to say about this signing. Being linked to this lad reminded me a lot of in the early 2000s. Do you remember in the early 2000s where United went mad and started signing up all these young talented players? And I'm talking about like Rafael and Fabio, Rodrigo Possebon. I wonder what would have happened to him if he'd have had a decent run. Us being linked to players like this that we've had to, for the last 4 or 5 years, just watch other teams go and gobble up is a good look for Manchester United. It is a good look because we do have players in the academy that we are going to have to rely on in coming years to come and take over from the boys that are currently playing. Now, at the moment, we've got 2 kids in there that you look at. I mean, one you look at because of name, but one definitely you look at through reputation. JJ Gabriel, who scored an absolute perler in the league this week. Unbelievable. Cut down in on the wing, left foot, straight through. Keeper had no chance. But then you've also got Rooney. I mean, Kai Rooney, man, they're still talking about this lad looking decent. And I just want us to start going out there and sorting out this talent, this top talent, these talented players that are dubbed this and dubbed that. I think United can absolutely do the right thing here in going and stealing a march. This kid's got a bright future from what they're saying. From what they're saying here. I want him. I do want him. How much is he worth? I don't know. I don't know how much he is worth. How much is he worth? Let's have a look what they're saying. Wait for that to come back. No figure. Footmob says 30 grand. Yeah, let's go get fucking 10 of them. Okay, so a lot of people are saying probably between 14 and 20 million. Yeah, you go out and do that. You go out there and do that, don't you? She'll have it her way, Love Island, all right. She ain't. No. Look, chappy. Mrs. Robinson obviously has that. You know, she's done well there. But my first love. Yeah. That wins over fucking anything. Danny boy, lads, can everybody wish happy birthday to Dan? Because I didn't see it was Dan's birthday until I saw it on Facebook and I was late. So make sure you all wish Danny boy a happy birthday. I'm imagining your head is thumping because I saw you were out last night on the piss, and I saw there was a few of you going out. So I hope you've had a good day, mate, recovering and watching the football. Jamie says, to be fair, I would sell De Ligt because of injuries. I'm getting a bit too much. Now I take someone like Bastoni from Inter. There's going to be a conversation at the end of the season about De Ligt because I'm with you on this. Everyone's moaning that should we keep Maguire or not. I think there's a conversation for De Ligt. I really do. We should buy Trinity Rodman. It would be good to have a Rooney back in the squad. Oh, my God. I'd love to have a Rooney back in the squad, man. Just to hear that again. Rooney! Yeah, Kai Rooney, man. He looks decent. There we go. Happy birthday, Dan. Hope you've had a good one. Happy birthday, Dan. Happy birthday, Danny boy. Have some drinks. I think he did, Simon. I think Elvino did flow last night for Danny boy. I haven't checked his Facebook, actually, but knowing him, I reckon he's probably a bit sore today. So then, guys, next up, let me just check the poll, by the way. So 90% of you said drop Ahmad. None of you said Brian. I completely see why you say that. What are we saying for score predictions tomorrow? Get your predictions in below. I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't trust this United team not to get a clean sheet, but I think United could quite easily go and do 3-1 tomorrow. I am thinking 3-1. This is how I'm going to lay it out. I think Everton score first, and then I think 3-1. I think Uncle Casemiro's got a goal in him tomorrow. I think Uncle's been waiting to score. I think Casemiro, and I'm going to go Big Ben with 2 goals. I'm going to go Big Ben 2 goals. Look at the love for Danny boy. Guinness all the way. I tell you something, I've switched to Guinness recently, Dan. I fucking hated Guinness. I could not drink it. I could not stomach it. And then the last sort of 6 months, I've just started getting into drinking Guinness. And it's quite a good session beer, actually. Oh, Guinness glass there. Oh, that's what I'm like drinking. Elvino will flow. I'm not even going to try and say that, Lawrence. Felice Compleanno. Sounds dirty and Smith. Christ almighty. I'm assuming that's happy birthday. Akko says 2-0. Carl's gone 2-0. Simon's gone 2-1. Sesko and Brian Acuna. Happy birthday, Dan. Good lad, Akko. I dropped Le Mans in FPL today. Henderson with 13 points. Get in. Well done, Wahaha. Guinness is kind of awful. Wahaha, how old are you? I always forget. How old are you? Are you early 30s? I think Guinness is a drink as you get older. You go, I'm a grown-up now. I drink Guinness. None of these cider chasers. I drink Guinness. 36. Fucking hell, Wahaha. I thought you were younger than that. Wahaha, your skincare must be fucking beautiful because on your picture you had before, you don't look 36, mate. Hated it until I went to Dublin. Well, I'm hoping Mrs. Robinson takes me to Dublin for my 40th this year, but we will see. Too heavy for me. 3-1 says looks scarpy. Looks scarpy. 3-1. Like that. Kilkenny, Guinness. Guinness looks like crude oil with a head. Guinness no longer tasting like a medicine. Had to stay away from pubs and Guinness on our Irish costs yesterday. 2-0 United. To be honest, I don't fear the Everton strikers. Ori Hola Costa. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, man? I don't do skincare. Yeah, whatever. And Guinness got that burnt taste now. Do you know the problem with Guinness? 3-0 United, says Dan. Smash the likes and subscribe, says Carl. Thank you, mate. The problem with Guinness is, I don't know, Danny boy, if you're suffering from this today, but it turns your poo black. Like, your shit is black. First time I ever had like a night on the Guinness. The next day, I had a turd, and I don't know. Look, I might be the only one who does this, but whenever I have a turd, I always, that's all in the bowl. And I looked and I went, what the fucking hell? It was black. Danny boy knows. Danny boy knows. Danny boy knows. It's terrifying. Right, I'm Googling this. Hang on. Right, I'm Googling this, Lawrence. Ori. I hope this isn't going to be something that's going to... It's a village in Spain. So is that where you live, Lawrence? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, Lawrence. That's a nice look. Oh, yeah. Pictures look stunning, mate. Very jealous. Very jealous. But there's a time where I quite liked dark beer. I don't know the British terms. We just call it have light beer and dark beer. Okay, yeah. I as I'm getting older, I'm quite liking the darker beers. This has turned into a real shitty conversation. And I tried it O'Hara's now. That shit is 10 times as nasty. Ugh. Coast it means south of Benidorm and Alicante. Alicante. Do you know something? When I went on holiday to Benidorm a few years ago for my birthday, actually in November, and a woman obviously not happy with her life, did what she did, and she chopped her own head off by doing it off the top of a bloody hotel. It was horrendous. One of the worst things I ever fucking saw. Absolutely horrendous. I went to the balcony to get something from my dad's room, and I looked over, and there was this body on the floor with that head. Oh, it was vile. It was vile. Almost as worse as when you look at your shit. Bit of a dark turn there, but I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's fantastic where you live, Lawrence. That 3 points tomorrow is going to feel amazing. Look, did I do a poll? I didn't do a poll. Let's do a quick poll. Let's see how confident we are looking. We winning tomorrow? Yes. Meh. And we'll go nah. Yes, meh, nah. Are we winning tomorrow? Get it in there. Yeah, definitely is dark. Z, good to see you, bud. Hope you well. He says, how shit are Spurs? Such a... Mate, I'm glad you reminded me, Z, because I watched them tonight and I sat there. I thought, how the fucking hell did we lose against these 4 times last season? Like, if there was ever a fucking reason to hate Amorim even more, that is it. They are abysmal. And you know something? I'll say it. I think Spurs might go down. I genuinely feel like Spurs might go down this season. Like, when you look at teams, and like Nottingham Forest today, you can say, well, do you know something? You know, they battled, they held on, there's fight there. They'd won away in midweek. Then you look at West Ham. I watched them against Bournemouth, fucking boring game, but West Ham showed against us they've got enough to stay up. But then you watch Spurs tonight and you go, fucking hell, like, how? How the fuck did we lose against these? I mean, I was trying to. I mean, look, Deji from Football's 12th Man. I feel I'm worried about Deji. Like I'm worried because he looked finished tonight on his stream. He was back in his chair. In fact, he was like at the back of the room. He was just like, oh, I can't. And then he bunned his stream off as soon as it finished. That was done. I think Spurs might be in trouble, man. But I went straight on to expressions just to see the oh my days, blood. I wanted to see it, but fucking hell, he was at the game, I think. But yeah, Spurs are fucking awful. How the fuck did we lose to them 4 times last? I'll tell you how. Amorim. That's how we did it. Fuck. Wowzers must have been a night. Yeah, fucking hell, mate. It was, honestly, we saw her 20 minutes before she did it as well. I can't make a joke out of that one. Just wouldn't be right. Just looked at the Everton lineup. It looks like a strong team. It doesn't. I don't think Everton are that strong. I don't think they're that strong. I think they'll be buoyed off the fact that they beat us 1-0 with 10 men. But this is a different Manchester United team now. Who the fuck's Gated Dragosin? I know. Could end up as 1-1 draw, says Simon. Refs still needed to bail out Arsenal. Yeah, I think if you take that decision, I mean, I think when you look at the fact that the referees have so much influence, I'm going to say, on how a Premier League table looks. The referees do. Like, the refs have a massive influence on this league. And some of the decisions they give, I mean, I just don't get it. Smack his fucking head. Would never forgive him. Absolutely. Amorim's... Look, let's look at Amorim, right? Amorim fucked us completely in the league. Fucked us completely in the Europa League final. Wouldn't change his fucking formation. Nearly got rid of Kobe Mainoo because he fucking hated him. And took how much? 10 million from us? guy's a twat. Hammers and Spurs relegation 6-pointer, then Forest or Leeds to go down. C'est la vie. Along comes Carrick and we hammer the Spuds. Yeah, I can't say wahaha. It's crazy the amount of Amorim defenders that have gone, that have even gone to lengths to credit everything Carrick has done to Amorim. I saw the interview, and I watched Dallo, and I sat there and I thought, Dallo, will you just shut the fuck up? Like, Dallo, I get that some players get on with managers and they go, oh, thank you for everything, and he did this and he did that. Nah, like, you're on the payroll, lads, so you're never going to really fucking moan. But we had to withstand your performances week in, week out last season, and I actually have to agree with Wahaha. How different would it have been in this season? Because it's been a shit season. We'd have probably been, I reckon, between 6 to 8 points better off. Someone screamed out there. 6 to 8 points better off. That puts us in a fucking Premier League race, doesn't it? Which would be hilarious. Would you bring on that youngster right now, tomorrow, Dan? I forgot his name. Are you talking about Lacey? I'd love Lacey to have some minutes tomorrow. Sometimes you're down on your life. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Come August, Spurs will have a new manager, says Simon. I mean, fucking hell, they might have a new manager in 3 weeks. He was awful today. I've read that one. There was a guy today I saw saying he prays every day for Mbeumo to be sold. Well, that guy obviously hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about, or he's related to Amorim. And I unsubbed from Footy with an Edge after posted a video. I was wrong about Amorim, but he kept... Yeah, so the reason that Kev, right? So Kev, honestly, he's playing. Spare a thought for Kev. He's playing fucking bingo tonight. 6 and 9, 69. But he's playing bingo. But Kev got me onto that Footy with an Edge, and he was like, "You've got to watch him, mate. He's brilliant. He's brilliant." And I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I watched it. Okay. And I watched a couple of videos. I was like, okay, this is really good. And then I got about 5 or 6 videos in, and I thought, this Footy with an Edge guy, he hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. And I remember against Everton, Kev was so like, no, we got to stick with Amorim. Amorim's our manager. You've got to give him the time. You've got to back him. We lost against Everton. He sat in front of you lot going, no. Look, these things happen in football. We've got to be, we've got to give it the time. There's a project. There's a blah-de-blah-de-blah. I went, right, cheers, guys. Dan United out. Put the thing down. He looked at me and he went, he's got to go. He's got to go. That Footy with an Edge gained a massive following so quickly. And his videos now, I'm not too sure about. Him, Dan. Think Everton will be good for him for that. Yeah, I think get him. Yeah. And spare a thought for Kev. Spare a thought for Jev. The Jev. And Akko just comes in with Amorim is shit. Now look at the votes. So 92% of you say, what's that? Okay, 92% of you say that we're winning tomorrow. I'll take that to the bank all day long. A bit before Amorim got sacked, he had a stream with 6 potential replacements for Casemiro. Fucking hell! And I don't like that sneak Footy with an Edge, nor the Muppeteers paid up journalists. Do you know what? That Footy with an Edge, I tried to get on one of his live streams because he wanted to phone-ins, and I was like, I fucking got to say something, but I didn't get in there. He never watched any of them. Just compare stats with Cassie, and he was infuriating. Absolutely. And Z, we've had this conversation. I'm the same, I'm the same. I'm going the same as you. I genuinely feel like tomorrow we bench Ahmad. I don't think Ahmad has brought enough into it the last couple of games. There's nothing wrong with dropping him and bringing it and making him work to come back in. I think tomorrow you go with that experience of Cunha on the left, Brian on the right, Sesko up top. We know that Cunha and Brian can interchange. They can swap over. That's fine. They're both as effective on both wings. Tomorrow, he's got to unleash it. Just go for it. I have been crying out since the start of the season to see, and I never thought I'd see the fucking day because of Amorim. I was crying out all season to see Brian, Bruno, Cunha, and Sesko. I think there are a lot of goals in that 4. I think from the start of the season, we'd have scored more goals than we've scored now. Sesko's looking like a lad who's in form. I think we unleash it tomorrow, allowing Mbeumo to do what he does, which is a bit of box-to-box. Cassie, uncle, the great uncle Cassie, who will always have my fucking heart. Let him drop down and just shepherd and allow the rest to just go up there and fucking attack. It's so much easier doing it that way. Kev did change his opinion really fast about Amorim. He was adamant he wasn't to blame. He fucking was. I remember that, Jamie. If Kev's watching this back on replay, don't egg my car. But he fucking did. He fucking did. I watched it. I saw it happen over a couple of weeks. He went from na to, yeah, he's got to go. It's high straight balls to Ben. We'll start with our two new 10s receiving the knockdown. That's what it should be. Last 5 matches for Everton, drawn 1, lost 2, won 2. And I understand Ahmad being in the team because he helps defensively and I rate him highly, but I just think we need certain games we need to change up. Tomorrow we do. Tomorrow we have to change it up. Tomorrow I think Carrick will have learned, and this is the thing, okay? And I'll finish up on this. This is the difference between Amorim and Carrick. Amorim did things just to fucking piss us off. I think we can all agree on that. Carrick, with Stevie Holland in the background, I think they will have analysed the shit out of the West Ham game. I don't think it would have been one of those situations where they went, do you know what, we got a point, we got ourselves out of jail, we'll be fine in the next game. They will have analysed every second of that game, which is why I think Dallo will be in trouble tomorrow. I think tomorrow we will see a different tweak in the way Manchester United play. We've seen it since he's come in charge with Stevie Holland and Carrick, that we have the 3 up front that revolve around and essentially we're just hitting those little pockets and those little triangle passes. Tomorrow with Sesko, I think we will be a bit more direct. We'll be able to be a bit more direct with the second ball being one as well. And we will be more direct, I think, in the sense of getting that ball into the box. Like I said before, Everton have the second worst record in the Premier League from conceding from crosses into the area. Tomorrow, we got to play to our strengths because they'll have watched the West Ham game. Moyes is a wily old fucking fox. He'll be thinking, right, I'll just do this and this and this. It's got to be different tomorrow. Ahmad will come on around the hour mark, I think. Do you know what the problem is? I don't think he drops Ahmad tomorrow. I think if he's going to drop anyone, he'll drop Cunha, which will be a shame. Against teams who expected to have less of the ball against, start Ahmad. I'm not sure he'll start Sesko, but for the love of Kate Bush, change things way earlier than the 70th minute if things aren't going well. And Carl says, I don't think Amorim was fully to blame, only because the board made promises and didn't keep them, but he did have to go. Again, I mean, look, I don't want to get into the conversation about twat anymore. Not you, Carl. I mean him. Yes, the board were to blame. I will always agree with that because you don't bring someone in promising the world and then slow it down. But ultimately, as a manager in the Premier League, you had to. Ben's come straight in. You have to adapt in the Premier League. You do. You have to adapt. I'll read out Ben's comment in a second. Are we going to see Heaven or Lacey during the match? I don't know. Unless it's worse, unless there's injuries. I'd like Lacey to come on, but I think Lacey at the moment's a lad you bring on if we're sort of cruising 3-0. You give the lad minutes. Same with Heaven with that, actually. Promises or no promises, he was wank. Oh, wow. I love that. Promises or no promises, he was wank. Sesko will score a late goal again as he does in the last 2 games. Sesko's going to score first tomorrow. Evening, Ben. He says, can't blame him when he wasn't backed as promised. It's like asking you to do these streams without a microphone. I can do it without a microphone. I can do it without a microphone. My neighbour's looking through the window at me going, what the fuck is he doing? I've been called a lot worse, even if it was me. No, it wasn't you, Carl. It wasn't you, mate. We love you. We adore you, mate. No, imagine if Dan refuses to do streams, if Mrs. Robinson bought him a Fujitsu mic instead of a Sony. This isn't a Sony mic. I mean, this is for fine. For fine. If you smell... I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to finish it because we haven't got the lit to fucking play, have we? Okay, love that. Okay, important question. He's alive. Hang on, I don't know if he's here. Hang on, let me see if he's... Is he here? Let's have a look. Jasper! Jasper! don't know where he is. He doesn't come up anymore. He doesn't really come up. He's a fat cat. He's fucking massive. He just lies on the sofa and doesn't move. He's Jasp. Nah, he ain't coming. He's just been fed. He's asleep on the sofa. My prediction for halftime is 1-0 United. Everton equalise in the second half and a late goal coming. I don't want them to do it to us. Jasp. It's like I'm like fucking Alan Partridge, ain't I? Jasp. Jasp! 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 If anyone's not seen Alan Partridge, you won't get that joke. You won't get it at all. Jasp! Is he down there, Danielle? Danielle? Fucking hell, I think... Am I a ghost? I think I might be a fucking ghost. No one in this house hears me. Danielle? I could be dead. I could be dead. Boo boo. Danielle. Do you know what I mean? Fucking. That's her definitely messaging me, and she doesn't realise my phone's downstairs. Oh, she sent me a photo. I'll show you what Jasper's doing. I've just had the picture. This is what Jasper's doing. At this point in time, the fat, lazy shit. This is what he's doing. Look at that fucking face, man. That fucking face. Fucking hell. Jasper's at mid-o. He's definitely downstairs. Carrick as the same team, different results. And, oh, wow. I do see dead people. Have you been sent to Coventry, lol? Yeah, Jasper's asleep. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go down there and try and find my fucking cat. Guys, tomorrow night, we will be live. I believe, what time's the game tomorrow? Is it 8:15? I hope it's not 8:15. Or I ate the 8:15 ones because they're a bit late. 8 o'clock. So we'll be live from about 20 to 8 tomorrow, guys. Make sure you've had a fantastic Sunday. I need to go and have a shower. I'm minging. I've got to do the washing up because Mrs. Robinson hasn't done the washing up even though I cooked. She never does the washing up, Danielle. Danielle is allergic to washing up. Allergic. When I say allergic, I mean she is allergic. We shouldn't be scavenging for late goals anymore. Ahmad's dribbling success rate has been poor. It has. Look, tomorrow, let me close on this. Tomorrow, Manchester United, it is in our hands. We have to go and do something that we haven't done for a while, which is absolutely blow a fucking team away, all right? Tomorrow, I don't want none of this trying to get a late goal FC. I want us to go into there like Miley fucking Cyrus, like a fucking wrecking ball. And I want us to leave Everton with 3 points. She has got me well trained. Jamie, you're absolutely right, mate. And yeah, you're also right as well. Look, Scarpy, it is the same. It's the same in every house. Ahmad's been playing like Odegaard lately. Agree with that. Our goal difference is 10 plus. Yeah, look, tomorrow, by the end of the game, I want us to be on like 13 plus. That's where it needs to be. The main thing is go and enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Love Island starts in 7 minutes, and all the ex-Islanders are coming back to have their say. I'm fucking hopeful that Lucinda gets burned away from that fucking house tonight. If anyone knows or anyone watches this, or if anyone isn't as pathetic as I am, Lucinda and Sean, it's time to go, blood. It's time to go, blood. Enjoy your Sundays. I will see you tomorrow, you beautiful bastards. Dan United, Kev United playing bingo, Jasper United on the sofa. Uta!